If you're a female watching this video, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you feel very similar to me that you would just like the opportunity to create your player and do it just like any dude turning on 2K and playing the game? Why is it different and why is there complication? All right, yeah, we finna get into female MyPlayers being introduced for NBA 2K23. Is this a possibility? Ronnie 2K recently had an interview with MoBuckets. If you would like to catch the full interview, go on over to MoBuckets Twitch and you can see the full interview between MoBuckets and Ronnie 2K. In this video, we're talking about the female MyPlayers and whether or not female MyPlayers should even be in the game. Why is it a complicated issue? Is I think what a lot of players just can't understand. If you could introduce mascots or make different types of male versions of the game, you can create a male version of your MyPlayer. Why is it so difficult to create a female MyPlayer? And I think there's differences in perspectives. We're gonna play the audio from Ronnie 2K, but I just want to share my thoughts and hopefully you guys could share your thoughts in the comment section below as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think a large portion of the 2K community that would like to see female MyPlayers in the game just really wanted like a skin. Just like if you go play like The Last of Us, or there's some players that feel like there's gonna be a lot of duels, trolling, trying to create female MyPlayers. And I feel like a lot of people within the community don't really care either way and go along the same process that any man getting out of the game will go through in regards to my career. Now, in my opinion, I believe that that's the majority outlook of 2K players. But I think from the 2K standpoint, to help clarify this stuff, I think from the 2K standpoint, 2K feels like they gotta get everything right. Similar to how we have like different dribble styles in regards to like your favorite NBA player. If you want to play like one of your favorite NBA players, you have those options. And I think they worry that a female MyPlayer, they don't necessarily, they want to create the likeness. 2K wants to like really create that likeness, while 2K players are just like, man, just give us an overlay, give us a skin and let us play like our favorite NBA players, whether that's WNBA or the actual NBA. I'm gonna play off this portion of the video with Ronnie 2K and MoBuckets. Shout out to MoBuckets. Salute to you for what you're doing with the community. It's super dope. I love to see the homies taking strides like that. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, it's something that again, one of those things that we think about all the time. It's very, very important to us. I, I definitely want to kind of keep pushing that envelope internally. Again, some of it is like play style stuff. Some of it is like making sure that it's celebrated properly. There's a lot of kind of things that go into that. It's not as simple as turning on a switch, just like what I said about cross-plat. So yeah, look, I will say, obviously, with the logo shows and just watching streams and watching our like user information, female gaming is going up a
A
ton.
ton. I
Not to
agree.
mention, like,
I agree.
there's a lot of people that love playing as females in games. Like, I play females as in games sometimes. Some of those classes are amazing, and in other games like Diablo and some of the other games I play. So I hear you. And I think that that's something that again is an opportunity for the future.
It could
Now,
happen. It could happen. I
I
like
don't
that.
know what year that is. I
Mhm.
don't know when, but hopefully sooner rather than
But,
later.
but but Ronnie, let me touch up on that a little. A lot of people, what people are concerned about with the female characters is guys playing as female, and I think that's might be a little disrespectful in terms of okay, if you're not a
No,
female.
that shouldn't matter. I mean, there are people like to do that in every game,
So
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 why should it be
is that okay?
well, can I give you an example?
Yeah, give me an example.
That's
I
kind
want to
of
know. I
funny
want to know.
that I think the same thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, I work with a lot of the NBA players across the league, and a lot of those guys, like I watched what my careers they have. It was well documented that KD was playing like a tall redheaded guy
Okay.
in the city, and PG plays a big in the city, and Andre Drummond plays a point guard in the city. So like part of it's like a separation of reality for everyone.
Okay.
Like that's what video games is.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
like
Okay. Okay.
you're
If
you're
you
supposed
look
to
at it from
play
that
a video
perspective,
game
sure.
and kind of some people like do it to distance themselves from the real world. But like
Right.
it's an escape. Gaming is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be an escape. So like it's not surprising to me that like an NBA player who plays our game would want to play as a position that they don't play in real life.
Right.
So like
Okay.
the same thing applies to what character anybody would build, right? So I definitely I don't that you're right. I don't think that that's fair. I think that somebody should be able to play as anything, you know. So
Okay.
we just have to give the opportunity to do that. It has to make sense, like all of that stuff, and it's not an easy thing that we just like snap our fingers and it's done. But it's definitely something that is personally important to me and all our development team.
All right, yeah, to summarize, in regards to female my players in NBA 2K23, as Ronnie said, he doesn't really want to give up that information, but there's even a ton more information that he didn't want to give off, which is almost obvious. So it's a possibility that we could have female my players in NBA 2K23, because during a different portion of the interview between MoBuckets and Ronnie 2K, they were talking about things like, is there going to be a current gen version of 2K and a next gen version of 2K? And I think a lot of 2K players within the 2K community understand that they are indeed going to take advantage of both consoles and drop two versions of the game. That's not absolute fact. As you see, Ronnie is not owning up to that idea, but people just know these things for certain. So with Ronnie 2K kind of ducking the question on whether or not female my players will be in NBA 2K23, it very well could be a possibility. 2K really wants to create the likeness of WNBA players, because there's a bunch of WNBA players that have put a lot of work in as far as signature animations, dunk animations, shooting animations, things like this. I think is what 2K is trying to implement and incorporate before they even consider adding female my players in NBA 2K23 or beyond. We're gonna have a few more videos discussing this particular interview and what Ronnie 2K has to say about NBA 2K23. What can we expect in the future for 2K gamers out there? Hopefully you guys found this video helpful, informative, or even interesting. And if you did, please consider dropping a like on the video. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, as we intend to have a ton of 2K content coming your way. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Easy, y'all.